where Eric DeCosta might actually be telling the truth. Okay? You ready for this?
Sure.
Haven't run this by anybody. I'm ready to go right out of the gate. Conspiracy Josh. The Ravens found something seriously concerning in Maxx Crosby's physical. Hold one sec. Maybe it's something degenerative. Perhaps they saw something that made their doctors believe that his leg was going to actually physically explode later this year. Before we go down the path of assuming Eric DeCosta had cold feet or ulterior motives, let's start with the assumption, Occam's razor here, that their concerns were legitimate health-wise. And here's the conspiracy part, Lynnell. The Ravens are purposefully allowing themselves to be a media piñata today in order to help the Raiders as a make good. They understand that the Raiders are in more of a precarious position than Baltimore is. And here's the arrangement. This is, again, conspiracy, Josh. The arrangement. Baltimore. Since you're putting us, this is me talking as John Spytek now, and the Raiders. Since you're putting us in a bad spot, you can't tell anybody what you learned about Maxx Crosby until we're able to then trade Crosby. Eric DeCosta met with the media for 20 minutes today. He didn't even say that it was medical related. He took all the bullets. They're getting
because he
dunked on
sucks,
by
Josh.
everybody.
He's not PR trained.
Hold one sec. So in the end, the Ravens and the Raiders, they're understanding each other here. The Ravens are going to keep getting pummeled. They're not going to tell anybody about what they found out about Maxx Crosby. And then Maxx Crosby is going to get traded, and we're going to get the little drip, 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 the leak to Diana Rossini. Oh, hey, some of the things that we found here may be more serious than people thought, because in the end, the Raiders are the lesser of the two organizations here. Between these two. And Baltimore, you did have Eric DeCosta saying that Trey Hendrickson was talked to prior to Maxx Crosby's deal even being done.
Correct.
We're talking about potentially getting these guys together, and Hendrickson didn't sign, so maybe the Ravens were like, hey, how about wait until Max's physical comes back before signing to be an Indianapolis Colt, reportedly, thus ending Conspiracy Josh.
Can I add part to a note now?
Was that the X-Files music, by the way, Oliver, that we were hearing there? That's beautiful. That's excellent on your part. Did you even recognize that, Lynnell? Did you watch the X-Files? Let me hear that again.
I was distracted by you for whatever reason. That's a good one. You championing for this lying, conniving Eric DeCosta.
I didn't. Hold one sec.
This
real
program.
Quick, 5 seconds.
No, he's got to get back into regular Josh mode. CJ, where did you go?
I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Conspiracy Josh. He's the one.
Let me tell you this.
Josh is the one that apparently hates the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. Don't you remember? Conspiracy Josh is the one that would back the Baltimore Ravens up as an
organization. Can I ask you a genuine question?
What are we talking about?
Do your beliefs and Conspiracy Josh's beliefs, are they aligned? Are you all two separate entities or what? How are we playing this? Because I don't know who to cuss out. I'm trying to properly channel where my cuss out should go. Josh, we sat here last night and I had to really ponder about what was happening in real time. And it just so happened that I'm not even calling it conspiracy, Lynnell. The facts of the situation bled out this morning in front of the entire public. I still am shocked that Eric DeCosta and the Ravens had the kahunas to do this. Why on earth would anyone believe what Conspiracy Josh just said? Let me tell you what actually happened. There's Conspiracy Josh, and then there's the author of Authenticity, Lynnell Willingham. Here we go. Wait, this is what happened.
I like the idea of you having a conspiracy too, and then
I don't have a conspiracy. I'm a stressed out 28-year-old man. I don't have time for conspiracies. I'm trying to find the partner of my dreams.
Did we land on the moon, Lynnell?
Did we land on the moon? No, we didn't land on the moon. This is like the SpaceX venture where it blew up as soon as it took off. I mean, like,
Are
this
aliens
is
real?
Are aliens? My feelings being hurt are real. Because, like, part of me, I understand we're doing the X-Files music. Adds such a unique twist to all of this.
Did Lee Harvey Oswald act alone?
Is that what president did Lee Harvey
my God.
Oswald assassinate? I'm sorry I didn't know that. But
John
Josh,
Wilkes Booth was Lincoln. Lee Harvey Oswald. I think the context clues would be important. Is there a conspiracy theory that John Wilkes Booth had an accomplice in the 1860s? I didn't know about this.
Whenever you start talking about things
there was
that are
somebody else in the balcony.
Whenever
in
you
the
talk
Lincoln
about
Theater?
things that are pre-2000, I shrivel up like a raisin in the sun. I promise you. But in all sincerity, though, like, is it appropriate what Baltimore did? Because, like, you can pull out conspiracy Josh all you want. Denton and Oliver had to listen to me last night. Literally, I was almost moved to tears about it. Because part of me wanted to come on here and do a victory lap here tonight because it literally played out the exact way I said it would. And then part of me just feels bad for the rest of the National Football League that the Ravens just genuinely gave you a big middle finger and has abused the rule. Like, technically, they didn't do anything wrong. That's the whole crazy part.
Legal tampering period.
It should be. If Roger Goodell has any sort of spine or backbone, he's not going to let Baltimore get away with this. Josh, you know what actually happened, right?
What's that?
It was very clear.
Harvey Oswald did act alone.
He didn't act alone. This was a 110% clone hit job. Part of what you said is 110% true. I do believe the Ravens, along with several other teams in the NFL, had preliminary conversations with Trey Hendrickson. And I think Trey Hendrickson, once Maxx Crosby got dealt, his market was set so high that the rest of the teams looked at Trey and said, hey, bro, none of us are signing you for this price. So remember, during the first couple of days of the tampering period, there was absolutely no movement on Trey Hendrickson. The word was his asking price is ridiculously high. Once that asking price lowered, once Trey Hendrickson realized, hey, I'm not going to get the deal I'm searching for, Baltimore went, so you're not going to ask for $40 million per year, huh? Maybe we're not interested. And I think this is some of the reporting that we got from Diana Rossini and others from The Athletic. They were talking to Trey Hendrickson while Max was in the damn building. How trifling is that? That's the word I used yesterday to describe it. And then I got to listen to Eric DeCosta and all you lying-ass Ravens fans trying to talk about the idea of, we were going to sign them both. Why did you wait to sign Trey Hendrickson then? Why didn't you sign Trey Hendrickson on the first day of the legal tampering period if you were so interested in signing him? The Ravens I don't even want to say they got cold feet. They just found a better bargain, bottom line. And they did something that's totally unprecedented but not illegal, I guess is how I would put it. Because all of these agreements are handshake agreements. Now, Baltimore, no one's ever going to want to shake your hand again. It's going to be like back in middle school when people used to, like, put thumbtacks in between their hands and dap people up. It was terrible.